Avengers Infinity War. This is an Avengers movie that came out in 2018. We're working on movies that have Falcon in it. This movie has Falcon in it. Spoiler alert, not really. He's right on the poster, like right. Ooh, can I zoom in on it? Right there. There's Falcon. See him? There's little Falcon. Anyways, he's in this movie, so we're gonna talk about this movie. Leading up to Captain America: Brave New World. Yeah. So yeah, 2018. This came out. I remember seeing this, driving almost 2 hours to go see this in IMAX 3D, and I frickin' loved it the minute I saw it, and I still frickin' love this movie. The way this movie um, brings everyone together, even though they're not together, is so fantastic. The amount of screen time that everyone has really isn't a lot. Like each character has like 15 minutes of screen time at most, and it feels like they're in the entire movie. The way that this movie is essentially a scavenger hunt for the Stones, where Thanos is really pretty much the main character, is absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love how this was done. It was directed by the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers did such a great job directing this movie. Yeah, I absolutely love this movie. I think the visual effects, for the most part, are really great. Thanos looks so real. It's crazy. Um, yeah, spoiler alert for this review. This movie's just fucking fantastic. I've talked about this movie before. I'm sure like 4 times at this time. What, is your bone dead, Chester? What, is your bone gone? I gave him bone so that he'd leave us alone. He's not leaving us alone now. He's done with his bone, I guess. Anyways, what was that? There's a bone right there. Eat that bone. Eat that bone. Anyways, Avengers Infinity War, wonderful movie. I just absolutely love this movie so much. I love how dark it gets. I love the ending to this movie. It is still at the end of the day a complete story, even though it is kind of uh, you know, a season finale, you could say. It leaves you with no resolution. It's just like, but I love how it does it, and I love I love that every character feels like an important, integral part of the story. Even though, like I said, some of these people are in the movie for like 5 minutes. Wong is like in this movie for literally 5 minutes, and his part feels very important. Um, it's just fantastic. Who else is on like the cover of this that just doesn't have that big of a role? Like I said, Wong's got even like Shiri doesn't have like a huge part, but her part is so important by the end of the movie. Even though it doesn't really go anywhere. Spoiler alert. To if you haven't seen the movie. Um, yeah, this movie's just so good. It just balances stuff so well. The pacing is so great. It's a 2.5 hour long movie, but you get to the end of the movie and it's like, wait a minute, you still have an hour and a half left. And it's like, no, you don't. It's just this 2.5 hour movie goes by so fast. You're so invested. It just works. It works. I love the humor in this movie. I love the pacing of this movie. I love the direction of this movie. I love the acting in this movie. I love the writing of this movie. This movie's just so good. It's just so good. I love this movie so much. Um, I don't got much to talk about with this one. It's just This is a perfect movie in my opinion. Spoiler alert: this is a 10 out of 10 for me. I think this movie's so good. Chester's playing with his bone. Playing with your bone? My dog. Yeah, I think this is just a perfect movie. I've watched this movie so many flipping times, and I just do not get sick of it. I love Teenage Groot. I love the dynamic between Thor and the Guardians. I love the dynamic between Tony and Doctor Strange. I just love it. I love it. And excuse me. I really do love the ending to this movie. It's so freaking good. In regards to Falcon, because we're leading up to Captain America: Brave New World. Falcon, he's on the run with Captain America for like 2 years. So that's kind of crazy. You can imagine what that does to him as mentally and as a person and such like that. And then by the end of the movie, not exactly. We're not going to be talking about Avengers End. Well, I mean, we can talk about Avengers Endgame. I'm not really watching it leading up to Captain America: Brave New World because he's essentially just in the last, big thing at the end there. Um, but yeah, this movie's so good. It is so good, and as far as his journey goes, like I said, it definitely it shows that he's been through some stuff, and how loyal of a person he is, and how he does deserve to be Captain America with how loyal he is Cap. Being a fugitive for 2 years and all that jazz. But yeah, I don't got nothing else to say about this movie. This movie's just so freaking good. If you haven't watched Avengers and Infinity War, are you kidding me? You should. It's so good. 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this movie so much. It's like tied. Oh, excuse me. For best movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think Endgame's just a teeny tiny bit higher for me. I just love that the first hour the first hour of Endgame is this emotional drama, and then the second half is Back to the Future in a sense, and then the third half is just big awesome fight. Whereas there's much more fights, I would say, scattered throughout. And it is super fast paced. Although I think Avengers Endgame feels like an hour long movie, even though it's 3 hours. So yeah, perfect movie, 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it. Tell me your guys' thoughts. Do you not like this movie? If you do not like this movie, please comment and tell me why you don't like this movie. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But hey, please tell me. Let's have a creative, respectful discussion. Movies are subjective. You can be right. No one's right. No one's wrong. Your opinion is your opinion. That's all that matters. That's why I love movies. Anyways, guys, hope you have yourself a great day. Don't do anything I'm doing. Hey, I'll see you next time.